Scott Sylvan Bell coming live from Sacramento, California, June 30th, 2016, 7:15 in the morning. Perfect day to talk about sales. And I get asked a lot, Scott, how often do you role play? Every day. And people, no, really, how often do you role play? Every day. Why? Well, you know what? It's my job as a professional to hone my skills. I'm always doing something, right? It may be in front of a camera. It may be with somebody that I'm training. When I'm training, I get a chance. I'm role-playing too. I get to work with a person. I'm showing them my skills. I'm going back and forth. So the answer for you is, or the question for you is, how often are you role-playing? How often are you practicing? Now, I've worked in a lot of different offices and trained in a lot of different places, and there's always like 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 people standing around, depending upon the company, right? Hanging out, talking about, the last call went this way, the last call went this way. They are missing out on a golden opportunity to take their skill and just make it as best as they can. So, there's a saying there's a story that Abraham Lincoln said, if I had to go chop down a cherry tree and I only had 6 hours to do it, I'd spend 4 hours sharpening my axe. Well, sharpening your axe is asking questions, your introduction, asking closing questions, overcoming objections. That's you sharpening your skills. So how often should you role play? Every chance you get. You want to know why? Because your competition isn't. They're not. You know what? If I went to most companies and I say, how often do you role play the introduction of what you do, your first 5 minutes? Well, I don't do that. That's crazy. Whoa, what? Are you kidding me? The first 5 minutes, that's your introduction. That's where they're judging you. That's where they're figuring out what's going on. Why would you not? Well, we don't need to do that. We only worry about the close. Okay, well, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. Being able to close is awesome, but why create more work than you need to if you could get the first, 15, 20, 30 minutes the right way? Cool, don't get me wrong. Go practice the close all you want. But there's so much more that you could do, so you don't have to practice the close as hard. Okay? Make sense? So how often should you practice? Every chance you get. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story. That would be fantastic. To the right or to the left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you gotta do, you gotta subscribe. You can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, why not even LinkedIn. Scott Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.